Hello and welcome to another episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. This is Beriathan of the Citadel Guard of Gondor. We're back in the town of Ethring in Ringlovale. But right now, all we have available for us here are dailies. And, well, we have already finished the quest line in here. We're only missing the epilogue. And even though we are at friend standing with the men of Ringlovale, we can't still do the epilogue yet. There is a quest in the... Oh god. In Dor-en-Ernil. There is a quest that we also need to complete in order to be able to unlock that epilogue. So, well, first of all, let us get this on the tracker. So, I was checking that because it did seem weird to me that we need to complete a quest on another area to unlock the epilogue in here, but now that I check what's the deal with that, it makes all the sense in the world, obviously. And the reason for that is because I might be getting a little bit ahead of myself, but we will find the Rootless Dead once again in Dor-en-Ernil, and we need to complete that before we can unlock the epilogue in Ringlovale, because we are also dealing with the Rootless Dead in here. So you might remember from our the last quest we did in here, we confronted Drugad and Ner'zhuz. Ner'zhuz escaped once again. Drugad was defeated, but we've learned from the Rootless Dead that even if they are defeated, they are not truly gone. So I don't think Drugad was taken care of that easily. And I think we are bound to find him again at some point. Now, we have reached the lands of Dor-en-Ernil, and as you see here, the town of Linhir is all the way to the east. But the thing is, as you can see here, many towns are being ravaged by corsairs in these lands. But trying to follow the road, especially here, doesn't always work. Now, there is a warband in here, Hammarsoon. Maybe we can do that. You have encountered the villainous corsair captain Hammarsoon. The vile man believes in being at the front line to see each death of the enemy firsthand. So, what happens if we try to do this like this? I mean, we were able to do Scorneval last time, so I don't think we're gonna have any major issues with this other than this taking forever, maybe? But hopefully if we are able to wear them down a little, then we can dismount and finish them on foot. Because this does seem to take a while. My patience is running thin. Not because I'm not patient enough to fight them on horseback, but how long have we been fighting? And I can barely see a dent in their morale bar. So that leaves me thinking, if we were to do this fight entirely on horseback, how much would it take us? I mean, we can use our power restore and everything, but even then, I don't know how much longer can we continue like this. So most likely we'll need to dismount at some point and fight them. Even if it's just applying some dots and bleeds and then getting back on horseback, but even something like that would be of great help. I have not even checked how much morale does the boss have. But if the ads are having this much, I would expect him to have at least double, which is kind of weird. Because I think Scornival in Ringlovale was on a similar level to this guy, but Scornival, wasn't he supposed to be a fellowship warband? So this is supposed to be a small fellowship one. So yeah, I don't see what's going on in here. Jeez. Yeah, this is not working at all. Look at that! Hammerson is not a big guy! I mean, how weird is that? Oh my god. Yeah, I'm not gonna survive that. How weird is that the ads are stronger than the boss? I have not seen something like that in a long while. But I think we're at a disadvantage on this one. Well, at least I prefer switching to blue every time I'm gonna fight a warband. Especially group warbands like this one. But I do want to try a round 2 against these guys. And we can technically also go for Shadow Pash. Oh no! Here they come again and I'm not ready to fight them! Ah, Christ! Ah, Christ! But, I mean, pick a side. Are you running to the south or are you running to the north? Don't change directions on me like that. Gonna give this, guys, one more try. Hopefully next time, well, this time, I will be better prepared for the fight. Kinda surprised me in there. Oh, here they come again. Oh my god, no. Ah, Christ, no! Ah, God! This is ridiculous, if you ask me. I mean, why on earth is a small fellowship warband harder than a full fellowship warband? I don't get it. And the stuns they apply, it's all seems like a lot for just a small fellowship. And the big issue are obviously the ads being stronger than the freaking boss. Not a fan, as you can tell. And you can argue, well, you're not supposed to solo that, and you might be right. But I think my point still stands. That there is a weird balance philosophy going on when a small fellowship warband is hitting harder than a full fellowship one. And yes, I do still want to get them because there is a deed for these warbands. And I mean, you know, I don't pay too much attention to those deeds if I'm not able to complete them during my time in here. But at the same time, it's really nice when you are able to. So I want to give it my best. And do everything in my power to complete that deed. Especially because, since we have just arrived at Dor-en-Ernil, we are gonna be traversing these lands for the time being, and chances are we're gonna stumble upon that warband a couple more times. Discovered Linhir. Alright. We have found the town of Linhir, which straddles the river Gilrain.
These are troublesome times.
So,
indeed.
stable master. Oh my god, what happened to these people? It seems, yeah, this town has definitely seen better days. Take a look at this. Wow. And milestone, let us grab this one.
We are beset by foes on all sides. They press us most cruelly.
You tell Ingalad that his brother asked you to check on him. I am doing as well as I can under the shadow of this oppressive night, but that is not the only worry occupying my mind. We are beset by foes on all sides, and they press us most cruelly. Corsairs carry our coast, and the Haradrim they bring on their ships disembark and burn our fields. If you seek to learn the progress of the Corsair fleet, there is a lighthouse to the southwest that would provide a good vantage point. The way will be thick with Corsairs and Haradrim, and perhaps your efforts against them will ease our burden somewhat. That's one for the epic. And now let us check the landscape quest in here. So this is Garvir, okay.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
You're not a soldier under my command, but I welcome any warriors. You have come at a time when I need good men the most. Will you join my ranks and defend Linhir?
There's naught but ill omens these days.
Allow me a moment to turn my mind from my brothers, Beriathan. The recent battle in Linhir was brought to an abrupt end by the arrival of Aragorn and the Grey Host, Corsairs, Haradrim, and my fellow Gondorians alike threw down their arms and fled at the sight of them. I saw only Angbor standing amidst the tumult, but now he too has gone from these lands. It was a battle half fought, and one that is bound to be finished. Our barricades are in ruin and many of our men are scattered still. If you would aid us in restoring our defenses, I would be most grateful. Let us hope the Great Host has left us for good. I doubt any of us could bear such terror a second time.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
The Corsairs that fled from the battle continue to trouble me, Beriathan. We cannot be certain where they have gone, and every moment they elude us give us then more time to ready a new assault. When we scattered from Linhir, I saw a great number of them run to the north. Yet, I do not know if that was even a large part of their forces. I would ask that you seek the Corsairs to the north. If they have truly rallied there, we will need to act swiftly to keep them from renewing their attack.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
My brothers, Erchar and Herion, are fine warriors, though a bit rash in their decisions. We defended Linhir valiantly, but the constant watch left us tired. Like brothers often do, we fall to quarreling. I was convinced by Aragorn's word that defending Linhir would be the best use of our skills. Erchar disagreed and convinced Herion that staying in Linhir was a fool's errand. He wanted to take the enemy by surprise. In an instant of protest, both Erchar and Herion took their forces into the field. I am afraid they may have met with slaughter. Beriathan, would you ride out to the west and look for any signs of them? They may still be alive. Search for Erchar first. You will need to convince him to return before Herion will follow. Well, you know your brothers, certainly, so if you think Erchar is our best bet, then I'll certainly follow your advice. But we are not leaving town yet. gotta look for those barricades that need a rebuilding. And it's not to reason they are at the entrances of the city. I mean, it's not the first time we see this kind of design, 2 barricades per gate. A pretty standard stuff by now. But I think we need to go to the east gate of Linhir, and let me tell you, that one takes so much time. It is really not well, it is worth it in the way that you need to do this to complete a quest, but it's such a long ride, especially for such a menial objective. So basically, Linhir is also separated by the river, as you can see here, very much like Osgiliath. Now, I'm not sure how much of Linhir we know from the books, and if at some point it is stated that the town is also divided by the river. Without that knowledge, what it seems is, well, the depths were giving us kind of Osgiliath before we were able to cross into Ithilien. And I mean, even if there is lore supporting this layout for the city, it's still reasonable to think that it was planned and built that way to emulate Osgiliath. I mean, it does make sense considering the amount of rivers in Gondor, especially in this section of Gondor, that many cities will share this kind of layout. Still, kinda curious. Rally warriors who fled Linhir. Okay. So we need to find them outside of town. And okay, this warband. Gonna go back at that warband at some point. At some point. Okay, so that's warrior number 1. Maybe I should turn floating names back on, because some of these enemies are really hard to see under this shadow sky. So, okay, second warrior, there he is. Oh, beckoning. There he goes. You know what? This is a really nice view. There's a beacon in the distance, at least one. Don't remember what's the name of that one. And you can also see Linhir devastated. All the birds, the carrion birds, flying around. The Corsair ships. And the lighthouse there on the horizon, I think that's the lighthouse we were told about for the epic. Really nice view from here. Good vantage point. Ah, and the Corsairs, well, we were told some of those Corsairs fled to the north. Ah, for Christ's sake. You're not letting me think, you know? Before we go and look for them, let us rally the other soldiers that escaped. Just in case we are sent to do something else after rescuing those soldiers. Here we have another one. Alright, last one. Talk to Garvir. Is he gonna give us another quest that we'll need to advance outside the city? Not sure, but I think we are closer to Garvir now than we are to the other objectives. So let us do that really quick. Check in with him.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
I thank you for your aid, Beriathan. Fearful as we all were at the sight of the dead, I do not think it long before the Corsair and Haradrim return to our gates once more. Now that our defenses are prepared and the men again hold their posts, I believe us ready for the coming battle. Alright. Oh, that was it. But we got the deed, the quests in Dor-en-Ernil, and that's 23. And for Ringle of Ale, we're 18. So, yeah, Dor-en-Ernil is gonna be a little bit longer. I think that's appropriate. I was very surprised at how short our stay in Ringle of Ale was. Because, well, we spent an entire episode basically starting book 2 in Dol Amroth, meeting the Scourge and all that. And I think we were able to do a little bit of quest in Ringle of Ale on that first episode. But I mean, if you don't count all the dailies we did, all the repeatables, and you focus only on the one-time and done type of quests, Ringle of Ale can be done just a couple hours, and that was really surprising to me. Was expecting Ringle of Ale to be a little bit longer. I did think it was a really neat area. Short story, but very cool. Some great characters too. Jajax, the Dead, Arvithor. So there's still a lot of fun to be had there. Just that I wish that one would have been a little bit longer. Now, here we are to the north, a new beacon. And most likely this one is also tied to a deed. An explorer deed. Dol Branor, oh yeah. Is gonna trigger a discovery of some sort. Oh my god. Didn't see you there. Oh, Christ! Let me fight! Haradrim's lair of Central Gondor, okay. That is 100 I would expect, yeah. Half-Troll Crusher. Yeah, we'll most likely need to fight some of them later. Most likely there's a deed for them, is what I'm trying to say. Let me see. Already known, alright. Anbur's roving thread. It's a shame that we don't have the necessary reputation with Dor-en-Ernil to be able to get this quest, because he doesn't seem to be that bad either. In any case, let us continue to the west. Our search for Erchar. Central Gondor under siege. Tungobel. Village raided by the enemy, as you can see. And there is even a quest available for us there, but we will be coming here for other quests, and I think that's when it makes the most sense to do it. So, gotta hold on to that for the moment. Amarson again. I mean, he negates 90% damage until we can get rid of him. Well, of the ads. Don't run into me again, please. There was indeed a battle here and many Gondorian warriors were slain, but it appears some escaped dead. So what do we have here? These prints were made by horses and men fleeing in a western direction. Okay, more footprints here. Northwestern direction now. And more prints over here. We're getting close. To the northwest still. That's gotta be it. Erchar told his men to stand down upon noticing you. What brings you here?
There's naught but ill omens these days.
I am thankful for your timing, traveler, as our numbers are few. You explained that Garvir sent you and that Linhir needs the strength of all three brothers to protect the city. I may have made a mistake taking Herion and myself out to this slaughter. The Corsair numbers are much greater than I anticipated. We were quickly ambushed, and those of us who survived fled into the wilds. My men's spirits are quite low. Perhaps you would be able to lift them? Yeah, let us do that. Alright. That's right, for Gondor. And you have a quest for us too. Oh, a couple. Ah, take a look.
But ill omens these days.
More bounties. Dor-en-Ernil is under siege. We warriors are few in this region, and I fear we may not live to see the dust settle over the Dor-en-Ernil dunes. Have you seen the beasts the Haradrim keep in their ranks? These powerful half-trolls frighten even the bravest Gondorian warrior. I hear they have the strength of 3 men. Defeating these vile, brutish creatures may help us secure victory. Yeah. So let us grab the bounties.
Darkness is a weight on my mind.
Dor-en-Ernil is a rural land, but its coast thrives with fishermen and merchants. We warriors are few in this region, and I fear many folk fleeing for their lives may need assistance. Save those that you come across on your journeys through Dor-en-Ernil, and we shall do the same.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
My men are indeed in higher spirits now. Thank you, Beriathan. We shall return to Linhir, though before we make a return, I must call upon you to help us.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
Not an hour ago, a band of coursers traveled past this campsite. As luck would have it, we remained undetected. The enemy band was heading northeast towards Tungobel, a small hamlet. If it is not too late for the village, perhaps you would be able to rescue any townsfolk from a certain death. These people are woodcutters and fishermen. They are not warriors.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
During our escape to Wild, we made haste by dropping many of our heavier weapons. For this, my men are without sufficient arms to defend themselves on their return to Linhir. Beriathan, will you retrieve some coarser weapons for my men so that they make it to Linhir with their lives? And those two, as you would expect, are in Tungobel. So yeah, see, I told you we were gonna go there a tad later. Not too much, actually. And at that point, we can also pick the other quest we saw there. To explain the safe path to the north for this Gondorian. Yeah, and much like Vale, there's only one town in Dor-en-Ernil, one big quest hub, and that would be it. You certainly saved me from death. Thank you, stranger, and I will heed your advice. Yeah, you really should. Some weapons in here. Troll Slayer of Central Gondor, okay. $50 of them, that's reasonable. Well, half trolls are not as common, so maybe getting 50 of them might prove harder than it sounds. We'll see. Townsperson number 2. Some more weapons in here. Looking good so far. those cursed coursers came out of nowhere. I gladly head north. No more weapons in here. There we go.
We woke this morning to no sun, no light of day.
Thorin, the locksmith, speaks to you in hushed tone. Ah, you are not a courser. Good. I am afraid for my life, but even more afraid for the future of my profession. You see, I make keys and locks for the whole village to protect the townspeople's homes from bandits. Some of the villagers lose their keys from time to time, so I keep a spare for each home. That is, I had a spare for each home until one of those monstrous beasts stole the keys from my shop. You've got to get those keys back for me and lock the doors, so when the townsfolk return, they know I looked after their homes. Please, man, will you help me? Yeah, sure. After Warden, alright. This is most likely the one we need. Alright, yeah, so we have the keys. Now we need to lock a lot of doors. Let us do that really quick. Seems it's gonna be a while before all the Corsairs respawn. That give us enough time, I hope. Most of them, at least. Unlocked door. Oh, okay, this one. Didn't see it, sorry.
Will we ever see the sun again?
Oh, you are indeed a hero. I thought that I'd never be able to return to Tungobel. Now that I have my keys back, I can leave for safety, then return to my work once this Corsair threat is taken care of. No, I'm not worried about the Corsairs. They try this every once in a while. These large half-trolls in the ranks frighten me though. They wield a sword as well as any man. Alright, yeah, flee, get yourself to safety now. Don't risk your life anymore. I mean, I don't think you can stay as lucky as you have been so far. Now we can technically go back to Erchar now, but we still need the matter of the half-trolls and the other bounty here, the refugees. Which are fixed spawn locations, it seems, so at least if you know where to go, you wouldn't have any troubles, huh? But I need to relearn myself where these refugees are. And hopefully in the meantime we can find a couple more half-trolls for the bounty. The other one? One of the warbands in here is a half-troll. And if you are good enough, you can kill two birds with one stone. And we might even try that, if we are able to find that warband. Okay, there is another one. Alright, that's 3, 4 of them. 3 of them. Oh, look, doing good so far. Oops, almost forgot him. Oh, sorry, my bad. Yeah, run. Don't keep waiting, I'm gonna tell you everything. As you see, might forget every once in a while about the poor people I'm supposed to help. You are my hero. Thank you. I try my best. Now it seems that half-troll bounty might take a while. Unless we keep farming some of those in respawn places. Doesn't seem like the greatest plan. Once again, I'm gonna complete that one once. And then show it to you. Well, skip it. Gonna show it to you once and then skip the other two. Gonna do that off camera. Hammer soon once again. Man, do we give this guy a try another again? No, this doesn't seem to be working at all. I mean, this seems doable on our own, as long as we can keep on the worsted and avoid these guys that are hitting like a truck. Oh, the friggin' stuns. I mean, yeah. We would be doing okay if it were not for those damn stuns. Certainly. You know what? After a third time, it's friggin' personal. I'm gonna find you. I'm gonna kill you. It's gonna take forever on the worsted alone, but I'm gonna do it. You can bet I will.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
I thank you for rescuing Gondorians in Dor-en-Ernil. Though these are dark times, they shall live another day, and it gives me hope.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
We can retake this immediately after.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
You sent the survivors to Ethring? Good work. I'm sure they will find temporary shelter there from the coarser threat. But just temporary.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
These weapons will do nicely. Put them in the barrel beside me. There you go. Quickly, behind you. Could have you brought 4 more friends? That would have been really nice of you.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
The size of that creature! How did it ambush us? It is no man, this much is certain. Perhaps these half-trolls are an experiment of Sauron, and a gift to the Haradrim. Now we know that the enemy is searching for us. With these weapons, my men can defend themselves from any additional scouts sent our way. Let us turn our attention to Herion.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
I am certain that my brother Herion is still alive. During the ambush, we split up to confuse the enemy. As you know, I went northwest. Herion headed in a southwest direction. He may have made it as far as the river Ernilus. Find him and aid him so we may return to Linhir together. Quickly, go south and follow the river. Be careful of any Haradrim and half-trolls traveling together. The Haradrim seem to hold some sort of power over these creatures. When an order is given, the half-trolls will carry it out until the bitter end. Yeah, and it would be really nice if some of this, I mean, if there were a couple more half-trolls around. So yeah, it seems I was right in my initial appreciations. Haradrim Sorcerer? Oh my god, what's this? 50 half-trolls is not as easy as it sounds. There you go. Now, here we can technically fight Shadowpaw, which, once again, is a half-troll. And it's one of your safest bets in terms of finding half-trolls in the area. Let me try and trigger the quest so that I can decide if it's worth the effort or not. Oh, Fellowship, you have encountered the mighty half-troll Shadowpash. The vile creature marches through the wilds of Dor-en-Ernil, searching for innocents to slay. How big of a guy? A very big guy. Which, once again, I'm quite confident we can take on our own. But most likely on the warband. On the worsted, sorry. Oh yeah, this seems more like it. A warband that is stronger than his minions, otherwise why bother? I do have a slight memory of me fighting this guy on my worsted back in the day. And doing a pretty good job at it too. But once again, it does take a while. But well, back in the day when you needed all the rep you could get every day for all three factions in central Gondor, didn't matter how long it took. But that extra reputation was a godsend. Herion sees you and beckons you to speak with him.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
My scouts saw you come from the north. Do you bring us any news of my brother Erchar? You explain to Herion that Erchar is going to return to Linhir to help Garvir, but only if Herion is at his side. Yes, I am disappointed in my decision to confront the enemy forces head on. I have lost many men, and it is a burden I will always carry with me. Alas, I cannot return to Linhir yet. Aras will tell you what he has seen. Herion wishes to speak with Aras. Okay.
This darkness is a weight on my mind.
Greetings. Herion speaks the truth. I have witnessed the full destructive power of the Corsair army. As we were fleeing from a brutal ambush, I caught the sword sight of Beriathan, the great lighthouse at the southern point, toppling and falling into the sea. How they knocked it over, I do not know. Perhaps it was a brigade of those mysterious half-trolls who take orders from the Haradrim. What I do know is we must hold their power before the Corsairs regroup and hit for Linhir. This Haradrim may have a great distance with a bow, but my eyes see further. I shall scout for you if needed.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
You agree with Herion that there is a powerful threat in Dor-en-Ernil which could endanger Aragorn and his army if the enemy makes it past Linhir. I thank you for understanding as to why I cannot yet return to Linhir. It is dire that we quiet this threat before Linhir becomes the next victim. Barad-dûr was just the beginning. Aras will be your eyes. His experience will be valuable in blinding our enemy.
There's naught but ill omens these days.
Erchar can return to Linhir now or wait for me. I always respect his decision. At this time, I choose my own path. We must remove the power behind the Corsair threat in Dor-en-Ernil before returning to Linhir. Aras has gone to scout the land east of our camp. Meet him on the northern border of Lang Boha. There, you should find the leader of the one who killed many of my men. These were good people, Beriathan. Avenge them as you would avenge your own kin. They are my own kin, you know. We are the same kin, you and I. Maybe distant, but still, same kin. May those who oppose you be blinded by your strength. And on that we do agree. So now we need to go to this Haradrim camp to the east, and there is also another quest that we can advance in there as well. And hopefully that would also be a place for half-trolls. So yeah, very exciting things on the horizon. But this is the end of today's episode. So once again, thank you for watching today's episode of Citadel Guard Adventures. I hope you enjoyed, and I hope to see you on the next one. Until then, my friends, stay safe, take care, good luck to you all, and I will see you later.